Welcome back to Stop, Drop, and Roll. We are a group of friends turned found family who love ourselves some Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome back and thanks so much for being here. We'll go ahead and just get right into it, starting with our cast members for today. The same that we always have, Andrew.
Hey, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Joko the Vengeance Paladin. And I'm happy to be back in the Feywild.
Awesome.
But happy is relative. Joko has he, him pronouns.
Awesome. And the next person that's also back in the Feywild, Poe. Or Gavin.
Hi, I'm Poe. No, I'm Gavin, but I'm also Poe. Poe is halfling, currently ranger, because he's no longer a warlock. And pronouns are he, him, baby.
Amazing. And Kyle.
Hello, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Artie, the smart boy chronergy wizard, and very happy to be back in the Feywild.
Oh, we love our old smart boy. And last but certainly not least, the prettiest boy, Fen. Becca.
Hey y'all, I'm Becca. I play Fen, the Eladrin elf sorcerer. Fen is such a soft and such a pretty boy. Fen uses they, them pronouns. And that's it.
Awesome. Gavin, also, what was that bit, dude? What was the voice that you were trying to do for your section?
Sorry, bit. That's just me, Daniel.
Yeah.
That's just
okay, but
that's just who I am.
I was like, what bit are you doing? Anyways, all right, fair enough. Before we get into it, a couple announcements about social media. Gavin, want to take it away?
Yeah, bruh. So if y'all, that's not
Sounded like you did
either.
not want to take it away.
No, because I'd muted myself and then unmuted. It was a whole thing. Yeah, what's up, fam? We're on the social meds. We're on okay, my brain. We're on Twitch, where you're probably watching us right now, and on Instagram at Stop, Drop, and Roll AND Roll DND, and we're also over on the old Twits. At you know I'm a youth when I'm abbreviating everything like this. It's real great.
Oh
At
my God.
SDR DND. Hey, what do you mean?
You are
at SDR_DND for the Twitter, and we also have a sick ass Discord. We're on YouTube. My boy Andrew will tell you about the Discord.
We have a Discord. We're in it right now. We're in it all the time. We talk about things that we're doing, the game in general, stuff that we're just hanging out. Exclamation point Discord in chat. We don't let him out.
Too
dangerous to be left alone.
Seriously, the cringe is like exponentially increased. Like it's starting to like fill the room. All right, but yeah, so go ahead and type exclamation Discord in chat and join us there. We're always there hanging out. It's super fun. If you want to join our community. All right, I think with that's all the announcements we have today. So let's get back into the Feywild. Finally, a little safe haven from after all the craziness that our troop has gone through. So buckle up, grab a seat, have a drink, and get ready for some hot dice-based storytelling.
This is like a good show. Oh, it's like in Korean. That's sick. And then I was like, oh, I'll think about watching it. And then I heard another person talking about it like in the same day on like another and like in like a YouTube video, and then I saw like people talking about it in like another Discord, and I was like, okay, I need to watch the
Dude,
show right now.
Squid
or
Game
else I am
is
never
real
going to.
good. It's real
It
good.
is
All right.
so good. It is all over social media. It's all over Reels and TikTok.
Welcome back. Last we left off, we were all watching Squid Game on Netflix. Last we left off,
Good show.
the Grim Troupe was in the abyss, a dark and terrifying realm filled with demons, the infinite layers that the Grim Troupe had been sucked into after a semi-successful foray into stopping a demon invasion. And so as they were sucked in there, they were desperately trying to find a way out. They were engaging with all sorts of demons, trying to find any manner of alliances or ways that they could get leverage to come back to the Feywild. And after going to the Library of Orcus, where they found a lot of answers to burning questions about the Ancient of Days, about the Opposer and different like organizations they're fighting, and also Grost, who'd been oppressing and hurting Poe, they finally came to a confrontation where Poe completely reneged all of his alliance with Grost, actively rejecting him, and they fought, coming to blows in this terrifying forge as Grost surprised the Grim Troupe and began to attack them ruthlessly. A couple of the troop members were charmed and made to fight each other. Artie was charmed and threw Fen into the lava. It was chaos and it was crazy. But slowly the tide began to turn against Grost as the combined efforts of the Grim Troupe whittled him down and prevented his magics from going through. And as things started to look dire, Grost ran away and teleported out after a fierce 1v1 with Artie, where Artie miraculously survived after an incredible contingency spell. With that, the troop hid out, tried to sleep with enough time to get Artie the spell to be able to teleport them back to the Feywild. And just on the edge of getting caught by the demons, the Grim Troupe was teleported and they arrived back in the Feywild, exhausted and bloodied, many of them having not even slept. And with that, they were able to come to a semblance of home. And now as they went up, met with Lady Alanostra, with Solaris, their good friend, they were welcomed with open arms and hailed as heroes here in the Feywild as Lady Alanostra and the group of Elder Trees all bowed in reverence and respect for the Grim Troupe after a successful mission. And that is where we pick up our game today. The bowed form of Lady Alanostra rises up to her regal over 8 feet height. You see the fan of this gorgeous white and semi-green gown fanning like a peacock behind her in this regal dress. The Council of Elder Trees also, a lot of their boughs and limbs of their trees bending forth, blending sakura blossoms with autumnal orange yew leaves and all these things as they bow in reverence to you. You all standing there, tired but also looking out at this group of intimidating individuals once, who looked at you all as outsiders and foreigners, and now welcoming you with open arms. And most of all is the sight of your friend, Solaris, with a bright smile across his face, bowed at the waist, with a small twinkle in his eye, looking up at all of you. Thank you, Grim Troupe. We cannot thank you enough. Lady Alanostra gestures her arm to the side, and she says a few words. Delinaris, go and bring them up. We had arranged for you all to be buried and mourned here. However, and a bright smile crossing her face, as you all are now alive, I think these trinkets shall serve as a sort of deference and symbol of your status here. I pray that you will accept them. And Delinaris comes up, the silversmith forge master, with a quick tongue and quick wit, who steps forward before all of you, holding a small, about a little over a foot long box, unclasps the lid and opens it to you all. And in each of them, there are 5 pendants. This is a symbol of sanctuary. Our tree. Please, take this as a gift.
Wow, they're beautiful. Yeah. Do they do anything?
She smiles. They do. She stretches up to a regal height in almost like a ritualistic way. Grim Troupe, please, take a knee.
Fen kneel.
Already short, so I
Oh,
don't know why I need to
kneels.
take a knee, but sure.
Joko has his arms crossed.
Shoko. Shoko. Kneel. Like you gotta.
How does Alanostra look as I'm just standing here?
She's smiling, and she goes, "It's for the sake of honoring you, friend."
I'm not one for honor, really.
Well, then I pray that you'd at least accept this gift. She goes over to you, Fen, first, looks you in the eyes meaningfully, and stretches to her full height, taking one of the medallions. By the power given to me from these trees, and this my people, and this our home, by all the music of the winds, and all the music of the Fey realm, I honor you, Fenjarus Belervan, as hero of this city. And she stretches out the medallion to put it over your neck.
Fen is looking up at her with wide eyes that are brimming with tears, sort of unbelievably. The tears, as they start to fall from Fen's eyes, crystallize and turn to ice cold winter skin as they bow their head to accept metal pendant.
Already quickly cast detect magic.
Yeah, you ping
I
out.
just want to,
Sure.
yeah, just ping out real
Pings
quick.
out, and they are all magical. They all give off a magical essence.
What
Specific
school?
school is oh gosh, I think it's I think it's enchantment. I'm pretty sure it's enchantment. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't necromancy.
No.
Then I'm good.
Oh my god.
Never mind. Look, I trust no
it's-
one at this point.
Technically, it's evocation.
Okay. Little concerned, but not worth stopping anything. So we're good. Continue. Sorry.
Places it around your neck, Fen. The same thing happens for each of you. By the music of the winds and the music of the Fey realm, I honor you as hero. Poe, Swiftmist, Emerin, and so on down the line until she comes to you, Joko. And she goes, "Will you accept this? A gift freely given." She stares intently at you, Joko.
Is she like motioning me to?
She has the medallion in hand looking at you, asking you if you'll accept this gift freely given.
Joko will uncross his arms and put his hand out.
She gives you a half nod. By the music of the winds and the music of the Fey realm, I award you this, Joko, Galspan of Sola, and puts it in your hand. She stretches up,
Joko,
going back and taking a few faces back. Andrew?
Joko closes his hand around it and takes a step back.
Rise, Grim Troupe. We welcome you with open arms. And you hear one of the trees.
I think we had something we wanted to say.
Lady
God,
Oliver
it's good to
says,
hear your voice. God, you're as cool as always. That entrance, like I didn't even know you were there. And then, man,
Where am I supposed to go, young halfling? My roots stretch deep.
classic tree guy. Classic.
It's oak. It's oak.
Yeah.
Lady Alanostra puts one finger up in the air, and Oak, the branches kind of rustle in the leaves, but begins to become silent. Yes, as the Council of Elder Trees has said, I pronounce Therith Baravan, mother of Fenarus Baravan, cleared of all guilt and restored to her position in this family. Should her body be reclaimed, she may be laid to rest here. And she looks over at you, Fen.
Without thinking, Fen stands up from their kneeling position. Tears fully now just flowing down their face. And they say, "Thank you. Thank you so much. You've no idea what this means to me." I'm not really one for words, but yeah, Fen looks around at all of the trees individually and then back to Lady Alanostra and kneels again. Thank you.
Thank you. We will hold a grand celebration this evening. You have the day to rest, and we thank you for returning alive to us. And she looks over at Poe, looks over at Joko and Artie. As you requested, should you need the aid of the forces of Sanctuary in any cause, you must simply touch that amulet, speak my name, and you will hear from me, and we will come to aid you.
Hell yeah.
That is.
Joko looks at the amulet in his hand and he says, "How fast?"
As fast as we are able. As fast as the winds that move to the four corners of your world.
Alright, that's pretty, but if I'm getting the shit beat out of me by Grost again, and I push a button, is it going to be like 2 to 3 days, or?
Give us half a day, and we will muster the forces to join you at your location.
Alright.
One more. So what if will you supply more forces the more of us press our amulets, or is it just like all at once no matter what? Like, should we all press it this like Captain Planet style, or do you want like one is good enough?
You will be able to speak with us, Poe. That is the meaning of this. She kind of smiles, half amused at you.
Great. And Poe's like looking at around everyone else in the court. That's really kind. I'm just gonna give you all a fair warning. Maybe clear like the next 2 weeks in your schedules. It's kind of a big one. Really, just block it out. Put in that sick pay, whatever you got. You know. So yeah.
She smiles. After tonight's celebration, after a day of rest, I'm sure we'll be more than ready. Thank you again. And she waves her arm in a gesture that signals the dismissal of the ritual, but lingers on you all with a smile, a genuine smile from her. And she turns aside to the center of the tree and, as before, strides and vanishes into the sanctuary tree roots. And you all have the sanctuary pendant in your journals. It has more uses than just that one.
Cool.
Have fun looking at
Oh, I'm
that.
gonna be touching that thing a lot.
I don't like the way that you
Ah,
phrased that,
hey.
mate.
Maybe a different
Oh, that's
phrasing.
phrasing.
Maybe different phrasing.
Yep. So these are basically like walkie-talkies now. You guys can
That's so
communicate with
sick.
each other as long as you're within a mile of each other
Oh,
on the same plane.
Whoa!
cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's so
Thanks,
sick.
Daddy
That's really cool.
Awesome.
Like it.
So, with that,
Joko puts the metal up to his mouth and he says, testing. Hey, can you hear me through this thing?
you all hear the little little click.
Do I hear him go at the
Uh,
start and end too?
sure, yes.
Shokin,
Sorry, I was clearing my throat.
Shokin, you can talk normally. Okay. But yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you.
Also, I can hear you normally because we're like 3 feet away. So
Yeah, you
It'd
hear
be
a
a better
you
test
hear a
if, like-
double. You hear one in your mind, and you hear one of Joko like out loud saying, "Testing, testing." It works. It works. All right, and that's that. And as you look out over the whole of Sanctuary, that beautiful tree city that's stretching out before you, lush and green, and children and rangers and all these people laughing and moving around, nymphs coming in and out of the trees. Just this beautiful sight in the Feywild. You have the time open to you all if there's anything that you wanted to do.
I would like
Um,
to look for
please.
snow.
Okay, sounds good.
Someone
Can you
else
come back to me, Daniel? But I want to go to the Forge of Delinaris.
You want to go to Delnaris' Forge? Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
And I'd like to go to that like clearing and pray to Corellin.
You mean to the temple?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I would also like to go to the forge.
Okay. Two of y'all go to the Forge. All right, we'll start with you. We'll start with you, Poe. No, we'll start with the Forge people. We'll start with the Forge people, and then Poe will come back to you. Forge people. As you guys go back down the different like winding tree roots of Sanctuary, all the way down to the base, and you find Delinaris taking that little casing currently under their arm, kind of walking down the steps. They're currently a little grimed up with like silver dust and metal shavings and all these things kind of on their person, kind of wiping a brow. They look like they've been hard at work. And you catch them as they're kind of like beginning to take the stairs down to the entrance of their forge. Hi there. What can I do for you? Fancy seeing the two of you again. And heroes
Yeah.
of Sanctuary at that.
We still have a long way for that. But
That we do.
all right, I wanted to thank you. This is beautiful piece of
Oh.
art, not only magic, but I know how challenging it can be to work with such a malleable material and also to infuse with magic. It's stunning. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Listen, mate. I was commissioned by the lady, and it was supposed to be for your funeral. So, I'm just glad it wasn't for a dead person.
Be hard to talk to other people if we're all dead, I guess.
Really would. Really would. Kind of like a spiritual afterlife kind of conversation thing, but, you know.
Oh, like that.
Glad to have you back. Delnars puts a hand
Yeah.
on your shoulder.
Thank you.
Some of the best customers I've had in a long time. Gives you a little wink.
Oh, well, I come to you with another query.
Oh.
So,
Now, we talking business or pleasure?
definitely more business.
All right. Straightens up. Comes into the silversmith. Come on in. Dust off their hands. What can Delinaris get started for you?
Well, when we were in the abyss, we fought some pretty bad people, and they were able to control my mind in ways that I don't like that. I don't like being controlled. I don't like turning on my friends without my approval. I don't like losing my body and becoming a tool for someone else.
So you're saying that you wanted something that could protect you, protect you from certain enchantment effects.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I know
That's
it's
interesting.
hard, but that's kind of, I don't know. I just figured I'd throw it out there. If it's impossible, it's impossible.
No,
But
impossible's not the right word. It is possible, but it's just we elves don't struggle with that. Charm effects are something
Hey,
we
Daniel?
experience all the time. Yeah, what's up?
My headphones died for like a second. Am I with Artie?
Yeah,
and
you're with
Delnars right now?
Ari and Del Naris
Oh,
right
okay.
now. Yeah.
I heard, the last thing I heard was Del Naris is walking, and then the first thing I heard when they turned back on was
Yeah,
you two, and I was like, oh, am I the other one?
I
Shoot,
assume,
no one else is talking.
I assume that you two are both with them.
Okay.
But Del Naris is still talking with you, Artie. Elves don't really have a problem with that. We're so used to it in our blood and being in the Fae that charm effects have really they don't go through as easily. So I don't get many commissions from people like me, you see. So this would be a custom item. Be more than happy to try at it for you, but it might take a week or two.
Artie.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need something like this. That I hold out my fist,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't see anything on it, and then Joko closes his eyes for a second, and then a ring that was invisible on Joko's finger before swims into your vision.
what is that?
It's a ring. I got it, I don't know. I was selling everything, and I mean, I didn't exactly buy the highest quality equipment when I was selling my farm, and I mean, I didn't really have much use for money, and the guy said he'd throw it in with it.
Can I see that? Is that
Joko
alright?
puts his hand out.
Kind of takes the ring and just kind of puts your palm in their palm. Well, this is similar. It's protection against certain types of divination. But to strengthen the enchantment here wouldn't be extremely hard. If you gave me a week and a half with this, I could probably make 2 copies.
That would stop people from being able to take over my mind.
Well, it wouldn't exactly stop, but give you enough resistance. If that makes sense. It would
Yeah.
certainly
So
help
like
you.
I could feel them doing it better, and maybe
Right, and maybe fight off the
like-
influence. It would be a sort of ward. But like any magic, strong enough magic can pierce through it.
yeah, I'm familiar with that. But I
But
mean,
it'll help.
yeah, anything. How much are we talking for something like that?
Well, for custom item, you'd have to leave this ring with me, friend, if that's something you're willing to part with.
I don't know about that.
Well, then it'll take 2.
Joko kind of closes his fist and pulls it out of their hand.
How about just for today? If you gave it to me for today, then I could do what I could in studying it, and then give it back.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Really,
After
Joko?
that,
Thank you.
You're welcome. But also, I've never told anybody about that ring. Now that you know, if I die, you gotta fucking pull this ring off my finger.
Yes, I promise.
Okay, good.
Do you want me to like? Never mind. I don't want to talk.
Just get the ring.
Del Narcissus looks at the 2 of you and says, "You're cute," and then puts their palm out for the ring.
Joko goes, what? And then he hands him the ring.
All right. Del Narcissus takes it, puts it on, says, "I'll have a little blueprint of the magic here, and try to get in 2 weeks' time. For a custom piece like this, it's probably gonna run you about close to 1,000 gold for each."
And when you say, make a copy of it, so you'll like buff this one, and
I'll increase
Also-
the enchantment on this, copy it over to another one, and I have to work the silver to be able to hold an enchantment this strong. It's gonna be about 1,000 for material costs plus labor costs.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could. I'm down with that. Are you okay with that, Joko?
And you said 1,000 each.
Yeah, 1,000 each. Why don't we just put 500 for each of you up front? And you can pay me the rest once they've finished the commission.
Sure. How much is this? And Joko's gonna pull out like a baggie with like all of his platinum pieces only inside of it.
How many do you have?
I have 337, so if Joko's gonna pull out a handful of platinum,
Yeah, you need
just be like,
you need 50 platinum.
how much is this?
Delnar's gapes as like, right, forgot that she gave that to you. Yeah, just 50 of the platinum each is fine.
50 of these. Okay.
Corellin above, how much do you have there?
Joko like kind of opens up the pouch and like looks into it, looks down into it, goes, I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot?
I think you shouldn't be putting all in one place, mate. We in the Feywild, you know, we're fine, but at least in Sanctuary, but as soon as you get out of here, some people might want some of that.
Yeah, some people would have to go through Joko to get it too.
That's fair, but, you know. Alright, well, I'll take the payment. Is there something you want, a big sword man?
I left the, what is it? The, like, poleaxe or whatever it was with you, right?
That's right, you did.
Did you come along with, like, studying it? There's
Yes.
somebody in there, right?
Like I said, so, from what I can tell, pulls out brings out a tongs and grabs the huge halberd head and tunk sets it down on the glaive head and tunk sets it down on an anvil. The blood red kind of steel, kind of glinting in the light maliciously. Looks up at you. This is real powerful, very powerful artifact. Incomplete, but still powerful nonetheless. From what I can tell, this has the soul of a being from the lower planes bound to it.
What's a lower plane? What's this one?
This one is it's a reflection of I mean, I don't exactly know the
It's-
science behind it.
I mean, could you
But-
just give me like, okay, what's
Bad people
what's
go to
our
the
plane?
lower planes. Bad people.
Okay, so what's our plane? Is our plane like in the middle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then where's this one? Above or below?
Below, which is why it's
Below?
lower plane. Yeah.
No, where's the one we're in right now? What's this, a
Oh,
Feywild?
no, this
Where's
one's
one?
about the center as well. Center as well.
It's
This
a
one's also in the middle.
reflection.
It's like a mirror, I've heard.
Can I make a diagram with minor illusion? Just
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
okay,
you want to
so
give him a map
see-
of the planes? Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so see, Joko, this is where
How complicated is
your
it?
front.
You know, it's
Is it
a
just
wheel.
dots?
It's a wheel, but then Artie kind of goes a little bit forward. He says, "Oh, there's multiple like theories about the, you know, about the
See,
cosmology."
It could be that you could go between the planes. See, if you see, remember that portal. that we
Joko
walked
puts
through?
his arm. Joko puts his arm into the diagram. You're making him like, right here is us, right? Do a little fucking thing or
Joko,
something.
Joko,
Do
no,
a magic
no,
trick.
that's.
On my hand, do
wanna-
one.
Okay, I'll move the minor illusion so it's centered around his finger.
Uh-huh.
Okay, right there is us.
Yeah.
So next to it, and Joko moves his hand a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Next to it is the Feywild, yeah?
Right.
I'll
Basically. Yeah.
Rearrange the diagram so it next to it
There's
is
like
the
another
Feywild.
one.
Mhm.
Okay, and then below that,
Yeah.
the
There's a whole bunch of bad places.
abyss. Where's the abyss?
Points down, like directly
Really far
below.
down.
Directly below. Yeah. And then adjacent
Okay.
to that is like the Nine Hells, and adjacent to that is like a bunch of other places.
Okay, and now Joko turns back to Delnars and say, okay, point where this one is from.
And points to all that lower portion where like the Abyss and the Nine Hells and all of those are. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Joko, I think you now know more about the different planes than almost anyone else in our group. Joko, you're
What?
you're smarter than you come across. You know that?
I mean, you just need to, Like, you guys always think you think I'm fucking stupid or something. You always just talk fucking so much. You say so many fucking words to say nothing. And I'm like, it's at the top, at the bottom, the fucking middle. You know what I mean? Like, just say this shit. You gotta
I
fucking
mean, there's more
diagrams and...
than just the top.
Yeah, so the fucking bottom is like what you're thinking. And that's where our fellow taps the glaive head is from. It's going to be powerful. Very. And I'm sure you can even master it. But it may have a will of its own as well. Your choice, if you want to reforge it.
Well, what's it gonna do? It's a fucking sword. Or a fucking long sword. Not like a long sword, but you know what I mean, right?
Delinaris goes over to the silversmith, grabbing a freshly made blade, which seems to be, like, discarded for some reason or another. Like, the engraving is, like, not quite perfect. It's on a discard pile, but it's solid silver. Goes and, like, positions the glaive head right next to it. Looks at you and says, take 2 steps back.
Alright.
Swings the sword down, and you watch as the glaive head impacts the silver sword, and the silver sword shatters like glass, sending shards across the ford until just a broken handle is there. And Delinaris points over at the glaive head, and it is glowing bright and completely undamaged.
What color is the glow?
Red. Blood red.
Joko has his chin in his hands now. He went from arms crossed to one hand came up to cup his chin.
Yeah. So.
And you said a worm, right?
A what?
A worm, right?
To get the adamantine? Yeah, that's one source of it. You could also just buy it from another vendor, but that's where they are usually sourced from. Dead worm bodies.
Worm.
Oh fuck, we fought a fucking worm. Oh shit.
Did you have the adamantine on you? I could forge it if you have it.
Nah, we fucking ran away.
Delinaris kind of shrugs. You
Fought, I wonder whose choice that was.
You fought literal hordes of demons, and you ran away from a worm.
There's a big fucking worm. You ever seen one of these fucking things?
Still a
it's fucking
worm.
Red?
It was big.
All right. Kind of waves aside.
Joko, I don't mean to intrude. Obviously, this is your decision, but seeing as this is a sentient axe, would that not go against your whole like, oh, like I take power? Like, aren't you just borrowing, like using the power of something else? Is that a good thing? I'm just trying to figure out in your philosophy, like, where this falls.
Well, what's it gonna do to me? Say fucking no? It's a what's it again? It's a fucking glaive? I swing it.
Yeah.
Can it like move on its own or anything, or it just like?
No, it doesn't move on its own.
Would the ring that you're making, would that help a little bit?
You know, in theory,
right? Because in
it
theory,
would.
like if it tries to go up,
impose a will, yeah, then in theory, yes,
yeah,
it
like
would.
when that. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Can you like give his ring a little extra juice to prevent from that?
I'll do what I was paid for. All right. Listen, I'm not a charity. But if you do find enough adamantine and you want to have this thing rebuilt, you let me know. I'll be.
How much is enough again?
I remember saying that about. What did I say? £5?
One worms.
I can't remember. Give me a second to look at my notes. I think I wrote it down the last time you were here.
Yeah, over there in your, what's that say? DM's laptop?
No,
I don't know what that means. It's a Feywild thing.
No, it's that's my my DM's laptop. That's right. It's
we should.
My direct
we'll
messaging. Hold on.
We'll probably just go kill a worm and see how much we get and bring it back, and then buy the rest if we need any more, right?
But where could we buy some if it's from fucking
£2.
worms?
£2.
£2? That's way less.
Just £2.
Yeah.
Where could we buy this stuff?
If there's an illegal goods market in the material realm, I've heard that they're claimed there. You can also get it from the worm. You can also get it
Amron will
from
probably know.
high degree of expert weapon sellers. Maybe you could
Amron will
have
probably know.
high degree of expert weapon sellers. Maybe you could have you could buy specific weapons made out of adamantine, and I can have it melted down here.
Joko, wasn't that worm in the abyss?
Yeah.
There's other
Wow.
there's other worms that are I told your friend here about in the deserts next to Sola.
Oh.
Yeah, they said they was in the material plane too.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah, we'll add that. Maybe that can be a fun little thing.
All right. Well,
Okay. Well,
palms
thank
the
you.
gold. Thank you, and I'll see you in a week and a half. I'll do what I can. I'll get this ring back to you after today. Gives you a little thumbs up, Joko.
All right.
Take care, and thank you for all that you've done for us. With
Sure.
that, as you guys exit out, we'll go ahead and flash over to you, Poe. As you walk over to the temple, it's quiet and serene as you make your way over, feeling the bow on your back, and that sense of lightness hasn't stopped since the moment that you stepped away from Grast. Even though you were scared out of your mind when he came to attack you all, you still feel that lightness and that freedom and that assurance of Corellan's approval of you.
Yeah, I think the last time I was here, Poe was feeling a lot of guilt for being in that space, and now as I'm walking through, I don't feel that. I feel light, and I feel like I should be here.
As you step in, you see a figure in all white hair, white skin. Ilfendrael, dancing in the middle in this like one sunbeam of light coming through the roof, just dancing away, eyes closed, just like a fairy. And
I joined them like a silent disco.
oh, sure, go to make a performance check for me, man.
Oh wait, let me my little rolling thing.
Yeah, get your rolling cubes.
Big roll.
Oh!
Big money roll.
Oh!
That's a 27.
27! Nice, man! As you watch as Ilfendrael is kind of dancing, you notice that there's like these leaves that are actually spinning around her feet, and you're noticing that like there's actually like a little current of like a breeze here, and you realize she's like dancing to the wind, and so you kind of like let yourself lean into that and feel it kind of wrap around you, and you begin dancing wildly, freely, not in like any traditional form. And as you begin to do that, you two begin to whirl around each other in concert until eventually you stretch out your hand and she takes yours. And the two of you begin dancing, and she opens her eyes as you two slow, as the leaves slow on the ground, and the dance slows to a walk. And she opens those large, white eyelashed, white pupiled eyes and smiles at you. Oh, you're back. Hey.
Hey, yeah. We didn't die, and we escaped the abyss, and we closed the portal. It's
Your
been
bow.
a pretty solid. This thing, yeah.
It seems like it wanted to do what it wanted to do. Just like I said. And she smiles at you.
It did.
I knew it was
You know,
happy
this-
being with you. I'm glad that it is.
Me too.
And she kind of smells in the air. And her eyes get a faraway look for a moment. Oh. And she looks at you very clearly for a moment. You're here for a reason, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just here to see your boss, I guess. You know,
You mean my
the
friend?
big,
Our
your
father?
friend, our father. Yes. Yeah, I was making a joke. I tend to do that. Yes. It's
She
Corellan,
smiles
you
and
know.
she kind of gives you a little pat on the head. No need to be scared. You're new, and that's good.
That is good.
Yeah. Gives you a little smile and begins skipping down the stairs.
Okay, is this like a, should I follow you? Are you like leading me?
She turns back and
I'm
smiles.
gonna follow you.
She leads you a little deeper, and you watch as you go closer to the altar. She places one finger into the middle of the water, and you watch as it parts, and the walls begin to, like, there's this one little area of the plants that begin to move and create a small doorway, and she skips through, the faint drip of water kind of coming around it. And as you enter into this back region, there is a pillar of light that enters into this shallow pool of water. And she looks at you, and her body goes rigid for a moment. And she opens her eyes, and a different voice comes out. Join me, Poe.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're speaking. Okay. Okay. And you said there was water?
There is water, a shallow pool of water, yeah.
I submerge myself.
Ooh. As you're laying back in it, feeling this warm, like, just relaxing water, like this caress of a person. And you hear these faint words rippling through. What is it you want to do, Poe? Why do you want to be here?
I mean, besides the obvious that you said I should go, or you suggested. It sounds like good advice. Sounded like a good idea to take your advice. But I don't know. I feel like this transformation. I feel like I'm not quite done.
No, you've only started. But it's a beautiful start to your journey.
I still feel little twists of Grost in places, and I think I'm still technically like dead. I don't really know. I don't really know how that all works.
He looks at you, his eyes are serious and empathetic. Poe, do you still wish to walk with me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
I'm
well.
in.
He lays his hands on you, on your shoulders. And as he lowers you into the water, you come up for air. And you're no longer in the temple, but you are back at that lake and that grove. And you see there, where Ilfendrel was, is the form of the one-armed, beautiful Corellan. Poe, to put it as
Corellan.
simply as I can, your body is dead. You have been for some time now. You have walked, talked, and gone about your life, but for the last 4 months, you have not been fully alive. Grost has been using you like a puppet.
Tell me about it. Yeah, that feels right. This and Poe's just like poking his arm. This is not how it's supposed to feel. Look at that.
No.
Like indent's all weird.
No. Can't even feel your heart pulse there.
No.
I want you to live,
can't.
Poe.
Okay. Me too. Do you? It sounds like you're getting somewhere with that. I'm interested.
To do that, we need to give you a new body. A breathing, thinking, feeling, and bleeding body. You must be reborn, and only then will you be free from Grost's control.
Reborn.
Hmm.
Do you mean like a warforged situation, like a construct?
So you do have some conception of this? No,
Yeah,
not like a
well-
construct. No, I wish to make you anew as you want to be new. How you feel and how you should be on the inside. That wholeness and that you-ness I want to make for you.
Poe becomes silent as he takes in like a deep gulp of air.
It is a big thing to ask, and a big thing to be offered, one that I understand. Do you still wish to walk with me?
You know, I have a lot of questions about all that, but something tells me I should just do it. Yeah, okay, fuck it, let's go. Yeah, yes.
He smiles, his eyes crinkling, and just the warm expression, that smile you remember that could contain all the stars in the sky. And he says, it will be different. And it will be new. But you won't feel like a stranger in this new body. If anything, I want you to know that it's what you're meant to grow into. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah.
He takes a hand and puts it to his left arm. And he draws a line with his nail on that stump that was once his left arm and draws a line of blood. Golden blood. And takes the drop that stretches on his fingertips and lays it over the water, over you. Oh, do you swear to become yourself, your full self, not trapped by any demons of the past or any demons in the future?
I swear.
Do you swear to protect all that you hold dear and to defend the cause of the innocent and the oppressed?
Big time. Yep, I swear to that.
Do you swear to love and to live and to give freely from yourself?
I swear.
Then Poe Swiftmist, as my son, be reborn. And the golden drop falls. Fen, as you're kind of going around, you all are taking your time, and you all end up kind of wandering around Sanctuary for a bit. Go to make a perception check for me, please.
Ooh. It's an 8.
Yeah. An 8. Oh gosh, an 8?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a natural 3.
Ooh,
so
you're
it's
like,
not-
I don't know. I can't find. You're like, I can't find her. Where is she? Maybe she's playing hide and seek with the kids. You have no idea. Super confused. And it's not until like literally like Artie and Joko all like end up finishing that you actually find them, and you're like, I can't find Snow. And so you see them, and you all begin like looking around. It's taking you a really long time, and you're like, what the heck? Can't find her.
Yeah.
And you all begin passing the front of the temple to Corellin when the doors open. And you see this figure step out for a moment. And it kind of catches you because you're like, because it looks familiar for a moment. As you see this elf step out. Gavin, would you like to describe Post Swift Mist?
Before you see Poe, as you know him. He moves to stand, sort of unfurling his body as he meets your eyes, and you recognize him immediately, though the details come in one by one. You notice first his skin. Before, it was had a grayish tint to it, cold, and it was sort of unwelcoming. But you now see that Poe radiates with a copper shimmer, warm, bursting with sunlight that seemingly melted away the undead husk of the body he bore before. And when your eyes meet his eyes, where before they seemed vacant brown, you now see bright green eyes. And you're not sure whether it's the reflection of the tree line in them or the iris itself. And then you notice other features. His hands, when before they were stocky and clumsy, they now stretch long and slender. His torso, when before was compact, now holds broad shoulders and a narrow torso. And then you notice his ears, pointed. And as Poe stands to face you, you discover he is also no longer the 3-foot halfling you have come to tolerate, but instead, he extends to a full 5 feet. He's still kind of short. And he's an elf. A wood elf, as some have called them, an elf of the forest. But yeah, he's still pretty short for an elf. Oh, hey, Fen.
Hi. You look.
Like you!
All right, well, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm beautiful! Oh,
Yeah,
God!
a number of heads all snap over to the temple, like with confused expressions, as there is this basically nude man, I think, standing in the doorway. Like half nude. He's got like maybe like a towel around his waist, currently sopping wet still. And they're all like, huh? As they're staring at this elf, this 5-foot elf, just screaming, I'm beautiful.
Fen, look at me. Like before, I had great eyes, like pristine bone structure, beautiful flowing locks. But now, Jesus, this is what you all get? My God, I'm so toned. Look at this.
Wait,
Yeah,
Poe, what happened?
What? Yeah, what?
Did you find like the fountain of youth or something?
Honestly, maybe. I think maybe that's what I found. I basically, when I encountered Corellin earlier, he just, he mentioned to come and see him, to come and pray to him, and I felt that's what I needed to do, and he gifted me with this new body. I mean, I feel like me still. I think I am me, but yeah, I'm alive. Like feel. And Poe's just stretching out his arm. Feel it. Look at it has normal like water retention. It's warm. The arm, I'm alive.
Does anyone go up to feel?
No.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll go up and feel
Emran,
him.
come fucking feel this, Emran, look!
Emran's like currently like banging at you, like, how dare you keep me as the only short one, Poe! It's like kind of like snapping at your legs, but it's like kind of feeling, you can feel a heart beating in his chest, something you have not felt in months. Fen, since you've met Poe, you can see like, bronze wood elf skin and just like a life to him, a restored, just like vivaciousness and just like he's just fully alive and present and here. And it's something that's so different in some ways than the Poe that you knew before, but also Poe in his best form and as he should be. And, man, he is just glowing. Not just with joy, but also in his new form.
So, Poe, wow. I assume you like it? You sound happy.
Like it? I love it! No more short jokes? I mean, maybe I can't hide as well, but like I'm beautiful. Like that's always useful, right? Yeah. And I mean, I guess
Very attractive before too. But yeah, you look
that's
beautiful.
Very nice. Thank you, Artie. That's really nice.
I think you look great. I'm happy if you're happy.
I mean, honestly, all that stuff, I could just throw it away, but I feel like here, like I'm breathing the same air you're breathing. That's yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what, you got this body free?
Did you like take it from someone? Is this someone else's body?
I mean, Corellin had this like orange dewy liquid. I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like it was given to me of the forest. That's this place. Maybe it was the Fountain of Youth. I mean, really, maybe it was. I don't know where it is. One second I wasn't there, and next second I was.
Well, I think that we shouldn't necessarily have to question it. I mean, you seem to be happy, and it's great.
Oh, and look at this! And I fire 2 Eldritch Blasts into the sky. I got my magic back!
I want to look around and make sure no one's like losing their mind that he just shot Eldritch Blast.
You hear a couple of birds
Fired
go,
some destructive rays.
Yeah, I'm just like
just kind of like
looking
off, but it like kind of detonates far into the trees without actually harming anything. But the difference is you notice that the color of the magic is different. Before it was like this sickly, strange purple, but now, Gavin, what does it look like?
Now it's like a sort of like a seafoam green, like almost like an ocean green hue. Very bright, almost like a gemstone sort of green, and yeah, radiates out of Poe's arms like never before.
That's great, Poe.
Pretty awesome. A couple moments later, you see a figure come down. It's Solaris. You remember, your golden-haired friend. And he goes, "Finally, there you are. I've been looking all around for you." As he like kind of comes down the stairs. I can only tell because one of you lunatics let off freaking magic into the air.
Yep, that's gonna be.
Let's
me.
be honest, we all
Sorry
know
about
who that.
Kind of looks up. Who are you?
Oh, yep. You're probably intimidated by my beauty, Solaris. That's fun. Honestly, I'm sure everyone is. It's me, Poe.
What happened? Who is this lunatic that you let in? Do I need to escort him out of sanctuary?
Can I want to like
Yeah.
minor illusion, like removing like the elven features from Poe, so his face looks like older Poe, just kind of like a transparent
Oh!
like mask, so you can like see the comparison.
Corell and above, you do look kind of similar, but wow. Well, I mean, beautiful's a stretch, but you look good. And he kind of locks eyes on you,
Posted.
on Fen. He goes, "Oh, I've been looking all around for you in snow."
Right, yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I'm
did
looking for
you bring her
Snow.
back with you?
what do you mean, did we bring her back with us? She was here with you the whole time.
What? What do you mean? After she ran out, I thought she went out with you to fight the
What
demon.
do you mean you thought she went out with us? No, she was supposed to stay with you.
Shit.
I hand Fen a bead.
Well, if she's not with me, and she hasn't been with you, then where is she?
I
You hear a clap of thunder rumble through the Feywild in the twilight sky. And clear as day, you hear an echoing.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck no.
And that's where we're gonna take our break.
No!
Oh no.
All right, y'all. We'll see you in a bit after a 10-minute break. See you soon.
Ooh.
And we're back. All right. As the thunder kind of finishes echoing out, all of you looking up towards the sky, and Solaris looking like lightning just hit him with just like pale like streaks across his face, and all of Sanctuary actually kind of like staring up. What are you guys doing?
I would like
Dennis-
to.
Oh, go ahead.
I handed Fen the bead.
Okay, you handed Fen the bead.
Fen looks at you kind of like questioning.
You're
Not
gonna
really.
Try to find her, right? Ask her where she is.
Fen looks up at the sky, sort of swirling above them, and they're starting to breathe heavier, and you see rage just growing on their face. They mutter under their breath, "That fucking bitch."
No, that's what she wants. Just try to talk to her. See.
Shut up, Audie! Let me handle this. And Fen snaps the bead
Mhm.
and sends this message to Snow. How many words? 30?
25.
25.
Alright. Sort of frantically, Fen says, "Snow, where are you? Are you alright? What's going on? Please tell me that you're safe."
You wait for a brief moment, and then a longer moment, and there is no response.
Fuck. Guys, she's not responding.
Okay, well, we don't know for sure, but it seems like a good. I don't know if we can just. I don't
Fen
know.
looks at Solaris.
Solaris,
How long did you say she's been gone?
she's been gone
The whole
since
time that we've been gone.
Yes, ever since she left, before you all left, when she threw the temper tantrum.
Fuck.
Did she say anything to you at all in the last couple of days?
Yes, I sent her a message, when we were in the Abyss, and I said that we were safe and that we were alive and we were coming back.
And what did she say?
And, I don't remember. Something like, alright, I'll stay here. I don't know. Shit!
She said she was
Fen, go
going-
and make
Get-
a history check or an intelligence check.
wrong.
History or intelligence?
Either. I'd say advantage because you heard this not only like a couple of hours ago.
Okay, great. Thank you for the advantage. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
It's a 16.
She said she was going to try and get stronger. and she was going somewhere
Oh.
to get stronger, to become more
Oh.
like you.
Oh, fuck. Right, yeah, she said, something about she was going to get stronger so that she could be more like me, so that she could help next time, and I thought that she meant she was going to the gym or something, I don't know!
Shit.
We have to go. We have to go. Solaris, will you come with us?
I'm going with you, obviously.
Wait, so Fen, are we about to? Are we going to who I think we're going to?
Yeah, Poe.
Can we run to Lady Alanostra and see if she can send us
Who
there?
are we going to?
We have to go to see Baba Yaga.
His face blanches.
Right.
All right.
I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, but you know, all the way back when you guys were like, "Hey, take this fish up to the mountain," and
You did mention it to me.
Right, yeah. So yeah, that's a good idea, Artie. Let's go to Lady Alanostra, see if she can teleport us. Let's get there as soon as we can.
I will send a message to Lady Alanostra with my little
All right.
pendant.
And-
Yes.
She kind of goes immediately. Really, this soon? You need my assistance. It's only been like an hour.
Hour 21 minutes actually, but our friend, do you remember Snow?
Yes,
The
the darling
we believe
wood elf.
yes, she is quite adorable. We believe she has been either taken or put under the influence by Baba Yaga, and we don't want you to have to interfere with that. Obviously, all we are asking is for potential transportation there, and I can get us back.
Come to
but-
my quarters.
Perfect, and I'll start moving.
All right. You all begin racing up Sanctuary, just running, pushing past a bunch of frightened Eladrin. All of them are starting to create are taking like streamers and like drums and like drinks and stuff. You even see like that little cat rolling a barrel, and it's like, and you kind of going, "Where are you going?" And then you all begin like just racing up Sanctuary all the way towards the top. And there at the pinnacle is Lady Alanostra waiting. She's right now into my arms.
I jump.
All of you
If you
begin.
insist.
All of you kind of come in, and then she grabs a hold of you. Runes begin to light up all around you, and the air begins to spin. Wind begins to kind of wrap and tumble up into the air. Says, "Best of luck, and come back to us alive once more." Snaps, and you all are shunted. And you all appear again, kind of trying to hold on to the nausea. Appearing in, you hear the kind of sploshing of liquid as you are all in a very, very familiar swamp.
And everyone actually remember, this isn't a fight necessarily. This is a trade. This is a discussion, and a deal must be made. That
Right.
we're not in any place to barge in and start chucking spells everywhere. If it has to be done, it has to be done. But remember, she's stronger than Gross. She's stronger than anyone. I know there's temptation, but we just start, at least please start trying, at least start to talk. We have bargaining chips.
You see some of the fire go out of Fen's eyes. She looks, or they look at you, and they sort of nod their head.
Remember the blood. That's our best bet, I think.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I got it in the first place. I just didn't think it would be this soon. But you're right.
Fen, we won't let anything happen to you or Snow. Okay? Don't try to be a hero. You're part of this party. You're part of this team, part of the family.
Poe puts his hand on your shoulder, Fen, and meeting you at eye level says, "We're right behind you."
Fen nods and says, "All right. You should let me take the lead then."
A pair of iridescent wings flutter past your face. Then another. Then another. As rainbow-reflected dragonflies float lazily around the swamp, painting a kind of impressionist picture of the area. You smell burning ozone like crackling lightning and fresh pine, odd smells to have here in this swamp, and the further you step in, the denser the dragonflies are, until you see a pack fluttering about an old crone on the porch of a very familiar hut. A stooped, old woman with an impossibly long nose, wild hair, pustulant skin, sits relaxed, even nonchalant. Her pure black eyes stare, unblinking at no fixed spot, a black, tattered silk shawl around her shoulders and frayed burlap robes wrapped around her. All at once, the eyes snap into sharp obsidian focus, and Fen, you see the clump of dragonflies seize in the air and fall dead into the swamp. Hundreds of spinning rainbows falling like oak seeds, leaving the swamp ground littered with iridescent wings. The black eyes hardened to a dark, murky brown, and Baba Yaga smiles a wide, toothless smile.
You've returned. Welcome back to Baba Yaga's hut and shack. It seems you've come with purpose, then. I'm glad to finally see you, Fen.
Baba Yaga, looking great as ever. I'm sorry that I was gone so long. You see, I've been meaning to make my way back to you now, but you probably noticed we got a little sidetracked down in the abyss. I didn't want to return until I had something worthy of your great power to make amends. I am deeply sorry. It seems that we had a misunderstanding before. You see, the sigil that I gave you from the astral plane, seems that you didn't find it as powerful as I thought it was, and I do apologize if I misled you, but you didn't need to take a friend. I was coming back. I'm back now.
A misunderstanding? You shamed me here, within my home?
And the cloak, goes out, and you hear ravens fluttering from beneath the cloak and immediately and kind of flutter out into the night sky, kind of rippling across the swamp water.
Tricked me with a useless tome of foreign scribbles that you claimed would add more knowledge to my brain.
All right. You're right. You're right. I'm putting my tricks aside. I'm speaking to you plainly. I did trick you. I'm sorry. I had no idea who I was dealing with. If I had known who you are, your great power and your brilliance, I would never have done it, and I wish I could take it back, but I can't, and I am so sorry. I would never want to disrespect one of the greatest magic users in history. I should be bowing at your feet, really, and I did bring something back that I think you might be interested in.
You see now? Do you, dear? I do not wish your praise or fear. There's nothing that I want of you. Only something that you should see is true. When you laughed, I thought, what should I do? What's something Fen puts value to? My mind lit up, and toesies curled. It's got to be that elven girl. You love her beyond mortal ken. You love her here, and back again. And when in dreams I saw your mind, a picture of that girl I find. And so I called, and so she came. She came here in the midst of saying she wanted to be strong like you. And that's a wish I can make true. Now, my anger has been quelled. My magic done, my spelling spelled. Take the girl, your party member, but not like one that you remember.
No.
The door to the hut swings open with a sudden loud crack. Silhouetted in the door is a figure. Limping out, hunched back, and wild hair. And you see this old lady stepping through the door.
Fen? Is that you?
No. No, put her back. What did you do to her?
Ancient magic, freely spoken, wilder chaos freely woven, strength it carries even more than magic that you've seen before. This bond I've placed,
She raises a hand and you watch as the old figure of this old snow-white-haired lady locks up.
this bond I've placed is everlasting, ever hurting, ever grasping.
Turns to the old lady.
You're cursed, my little elven friend. Despair and wail your childhood's end. What has she done to me? Fen, I'm scared.
Please. Please, can't you just put her back to normal? I'll do anything that you want.
Anything,
Anything.
anything, 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 anything.
Yes. What do you want? What?
Artie, is there anything you want to say?
I'm just trying to like bring Fen back to we're here, like putting a hand on them and just trying to break the like possession that Baba Yaga kind of is taking over on them. Fen, we're here. We're behind you. Don't do anything rash. We have time.
Free
Fen
her.
doesn't seem.
Sorry, Fen, go. Yeah?
Fen doesn't seem to hear you, Artie. Their eyes are locked on Baba Yaga.
Free her from this bond and curse. You'll have to strike a deal with worse.
Snow, picked up like a puppet, vanishes through the door and the door slammed back into the hut.
With something equal, deal with me. An exchange of greater misery.
Misery, you say?
Misery.
Um. Uh. Something comes into Fenn's mind, but they push it out, and they look back at their party mates, their companions, and back to Baba Yaga. I don't know what you want. You want me to be miserable.
I want an equal exchange, my dear. Anything you can offer or fear. Come in once you have time. And tell me about this deal of mine.
The doors open. She strides inside. And the door remains open.
Marty, connect our minds.
I can, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything. But yeah, I can. I mean, I think we have time, right? Just okay. I'll start connecting our minds.
Solaris comes over to you, Fen, and puts a hand on your shoulder. You're not alone. I think of her dearly as well. We'll figure this out.
This is my fault.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's all my fault. I told her that she couldn't come with us because she wasn't strong enough. And so she came here, and
Fen,
I just have to fix it. I have to fix it.
she was tricked. Baba Yaga, as far as I'm concerned, asked for misery, not just from you. I, for one, am willing to share whatever I may do.
Hey, that kind of rhymes.
I know, I thought that was like clever because it was like, you know, she always rhymes. Lighten the mood a little bit. Trying to
Right.
lighten it.
She wants misery.
What about maybe temporary extreme misery in exchange for permanent, long-lasting suffering? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ideas here. Trying to think of things that we could do to... I don't know.
Adi, do you still
Yeah.
have that piece of paper that has Grass' true name on it?
I think so.
Does he have it, Daniel?
I believe you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
very powerful, but that's not what she's asking for.
Yeah.
you could make Grass suffer if he gave her the blood and the fucking name.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
good.
Yeah, that's an angle.
That is an angle. I like that. It's a good idea. I think
Right,
we
yeah.
we need to come up with a few plans in here.
I mean, that's what I got, so.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Right, yeah, we can call it Plan A.
Solaris.
Yes.
As far as you know, does Sanctuary hold the means to change Snow back?
He looks down. If it's a curse from the Hag Mother, there are very few things in the world that can break it. And none of them are available in Sanctuary.
Well, and honestly, it seems like if we found a way to break it, she'd just come back and take it again. Like, I think the only way out is with her. I like this grasped idea. I think that's good. I don't know if this would be enough, but I do have one other idea. Well, you guys know that it's sort of always been a dream of mine, at least since we've been back here, to bring my mother's body back. Now that her name is cleared and she can be buried here.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she'd take that instead.
You want to trade your mother's corpse for snow?
It's really important to me, Poe. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
No, I'm just asking. That's a big trade.
I know, and I don't want to do it, but I don't want
Let's
Snow
try
to
the
have to-
Grost
Let's
idea.
try the Gross thing. We'll get there if we get there.
We'll keep that one in our little back pocket, huh?
Yeah, alright. Alright. Should we
Ready?
go in?
Let's go in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
Is
taking
the hut
lead?
like Yeah,
the
is the hut
is
raised
on the
up?
ground. It is not raised up.
It's on
the
the
legs
ground.
are nowhere to be seen.
Alright. I'll go first.
I'd like to walk right on the side so the door doesn't close and just have Fen inside.
Okay.
I want to walk on the side,
Side by side.
side by side. I
All
don't
right.
want the door closing and just letting
Only
Fen.
one person in, so you're all going in
Yeah.
together.
Oh yeah, Joko, can you give me or Artie, can you give me the paper? While we're outside.
I'll give it to you if we need it. Okay. Promise. I will.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
You all enter the expansive interior of Baba Yaga's hut that you remember. The various skeletons, jars, pickled objects, eyes, and organs, filling the top like a strange bead curtain. And around the grounds, the hearth fire and the dentures on the bench. You see Baba Yaga's hut, and there the library bookshelf has been already slid apart, opening up to that cauldron room that once ago signaled your passage to the bluffs of Dasheng, but today are completely different.
Come in, come in.
As the voice echoes through the hall.
Let us have these negotiations begin.
So it's suffering that you want, then? Misery?
Misery.
Well, I do have something that I think you might be interested in.
He raises an eyebrow.
I'm sure you've heard of Grost. So he's known as Demon
Smiles.
Prince.
Yes, I know that little boy. Igwil's fine and pleasant toy.
Right. Well, compared to you, of course, he's a little boy, but compared to mortals like us, pretty powerful, pretty big. I'd imagine the misery of someone like that would total a great sum. Would you agree?
Only misery just from him.
It's a pretty great misery, if you'd like to know what I'm offering. Total control. Debilitating pain. Shame. Fear. Humiliation. You can get that all from him. It's just a name. His true name. And I've even got a bit of his blood. Call it a bonus. Sure, you could cook up some pretty dastardly magics with that.
Go ahead and
We-
make a persuasion check. Feel free to
Oh,
keep. Feel
Lord.
free to keep persuading if you'd like.
How does
All
she
right.
react to that information?
Her eyebrow is raised, but
Hmm.
she hasn't. But she's not looking like more interested or not. Like it's an offer.
Mm-hmm.
She's not
Persuasion check.
instantly like salivating over this offer. She still
Persuasion
needs to.
check.
Sorry. Yeah, persuasion check is.
It's a 17,
Okay.
but I'll keep talking.
Okay. She looks
Like I
slightly
said-
less interested now, but she's not done hearing.
Like I said, his name from your lips. When we said it to him in the middle of a fight, he crumpled, crippled. He ran away from us. Just a couple of nobodies from the material plane, and he ran away. And he was scared, and I think it's because of this.
Can I minor illusion him like on his knees, like in pain,
Yes,
holding
you
his
can.
head?
Yes, you can. The image appears as you watch the seizing Grost from when Artie first spoke his name in the forge. And Baba Yaga looks over it carefully.
We got his name, his true name, from a book in a library deep in the abyss. It's kind of a miracle that we got out of there alive, but we did. Imagine the power that you could have over him, the misery that you could inflict upon him day after day. He's undying, he'll be alive forever. It's basically a toy that never runs out of juice. This is the most powerful thing that I've ever been in contact with.
You said this was a true name, Fen? Something
Yes.
that could make him a friend.
Sure, if that's how you wanted to use it.
Show me this true name of yours. That may be an open door for you to see your friend again. If
With-
you refuse, that'd be a shame.
How do I know that you're not just gonna take the name and change your mind?
She bares her teeth at you.
The word of a hag is iron law.
Right.
When I talk, the raven calls, and I am bound by all these things. Here, in the Fae, I am a king.
Fen nods. Well, sure then. Just to prove to you that it's not like last time, I do have it.
Go ahead and make
show it to
one
you.
more persuasion check for me, Fen.
Oh god, everybody pray. Oh, it's an 11.
Artie like sees Fen struggling and thinks about this importance of this moment and stops time around him and shuffles through the potential futures of all the different ways Fen could say these words and plucks the exact perfect wording that will get Fen exactly what they want. And I will use my convergent future.
You got it. Artie, as you begin to shuffle through, as time stops and begins to look like a portfolio of folders for you to sift through, as you begin weaving your hands through, you look up and you see that Baba Yaga is staring right at you through all these convergent futures, and you feel this like bead of sweat begin to go through your spine as you're like, can she tell what I'm doing? And you pluck the one where Fen said the exact right thing. and pull it.
I'm not fooling her. I am simply giving Fen the words that they most desire.
And
I
Baba
find
Yaga.
no guilt.
Yep, Baba Yaga takes the slip of the name and stares at it.
One thing more I require of you. That thing that this gnome can do. I want to see it for my eye. The misery that I can find.
I mean, I'm sure Artie's got like a book. You could probably just like learn about it.
Artie, she's staring right at you.
What do you want to know?
What you did just now, my friend. How did you make those means end?
There's a lot of mysteries in the world. As far as I was concerned, I was just helping a friend.
Teach me, or this deal is null. And I'll find your company dull. Seeing as this is almost done, I can dance in your corpses for a bit of fun.
If you want to make a deal with me,
The name,
that's fine.
the blood, and deal with you. Only then will this deal go through.
I'm
Ben
willing.
looks at Artie with wide eyes and is sort of like nodding, not threateningly, but like pleadingly, like, please.
You have to promise me something if I teach this to you. You can't ever use it on me or my friends. And all of any debts that our entire group has towards you is completely void. After this, we are on even terms.
Void and null, this will be. But even doesn't sit right with me. I am a hag above all. But I'll respect your call.
I'll look around at the rest of the group.
Joko nods.
Ben nods.
Poe nods.
Solaris just gulps.
So Lars is in way over his head right now.
My man's is like, you can see his knees just like just like knocking against each other.
I turn to Solaris and I just say, this is pretty much an average day for us.
He's not speaking.
Okay.
What are you giving over, Grim Troupe?
I said okay.
All right.
I'll teach her.
So you're
As long
giving
as
over
her-
the name, the blood,
The name, the blood,
and the ability to use conversion futures.
as long as her word was that she would never use it on us,
That was her
or
word.
me,
She would
or
never
any
use-
of my friends.
Convergent.
I said me or any of my friends. That was the
you
words
or
that
any
I
of your
said.
friends. That is what she said.
That is the words that I said.
That was the she said she would respect that call.
That is
Um,
fair enough. She can go friggin' take over the world, but at least we have a shot. Because she can't use it on us. Okay.
Kyle-
Yep.
Kyle,
I'll-
or did Artie's brain connection thing finish?
I mean,
Did
I don't
you ever
even know.
cast it?
Or
I don't know if we ever cast it
I don't
because we were
think you
just
ever.
like talking.
Does it
I don't
take
think you ever
time?
cast it, Artie.
Yeah, it
It
takes
does
time.
take time. So
Oh,
you all
gotcha,
are
gotcha.
not
So
connected.
like I was gonna do
telepathically.
it, but then we all just started talking. I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah.
Then I won't say anything out loud.
Okay.
This-
By the
we're
way,
just
in
gonna
this room,
slowly buff this
you
hag
all are
until she's
like-
freaking OP.
You are like sweating bullets. Grost was scary, but in a different way. This woman is just so unknowable. In a way that the unknown of Baba Yaga is what makes her so terrifying. To her deepest ends, you can't even imagine what she's thinking, and that's what terrifies you about her. That's what that fear that settles into your spine is. As you give over the note, you give over the blood. The shadows from below Baba Yaga begin to wrap around the room.
Show me.
Show me, show me, show me, show me.
Artie will put his hands out and like open his palm, and time will freeze except for them as he shows what it's like to cast.
Baba Yaga begins to move around you, adjusting everything, looking, casting magic. And from within, by the way, Artie, as you're kind of doing this, you felt that as you're entered in the house, there was like at least 3 layered abjuration spells all around. She had done a lot of preparation beforehand. You imagine it would have been real interesting. But as you're kind of going around, slowly but surely, as exhaustion begins to set into your bones, she pulls out one folder, puts it back again, and smiles that wide, toothless grin at you. And the shadows recede.
Very well. It is done. You may have your friend. The one that you came all this way for. I have nothing more.
She snaps her fingers, and you see that old woman show up again. White hair, green eyes. Looking up at you, Fen. It's Snow. And Baba Yaga twists a hand, and you watch as the wrinkles fade from the face. The hunch straightens up the spine until she reverts back to her teenage years. And with a loud cry, tears begin to stream down her face, and she runs out toward you.
Fen drops to their knees and just opens their arms.
I cast teleport. I am not fucking around here anymore. Once Snow's back, I'm gonna pull us all back to Sanctuary.
You all pull, you all look, and Baba Yaga stares at you, Artie, smiling. And you vanish. You all once again feel that nauseating feeling as you are all spit out into Sanctuary. And it is a stark difference between like the tension in the air and the air in Sanctuary now. As Snow is now just on top of you, Fen, just crying and sobbing and babbling. I'm so sorry. I had no idea she was gonna use me for a trap. I would never gone. I should have just stayed. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm not mad. I'm so sorry that it happened.
Solaris himself
Welcome back,
takes a
Snow.
deep breath, and Snow is like inconsolable. She's just in tears, like just rocking back and forth and holding herself. And she's like, it was so scary. Like my back hurt, and like I couldn't control anything. And I wish that I was older. I told her I wanted to be older so I could be stronger. I didn't think she was gonna do that.
Fen comes up behind her and just sits behind her and wraps her up in their arms and rocks with them and is just whispering in their ear and saying, it's all right, you're safe now. I'm sorry that I made you feel like you weren't strong enough. You're perfect, exactly how you are. I know, it's okay, it's all right. You're safe, and I'm never going to leave you again. You're never separating from us. I don't wish that you were any different. You're perfect. I'm so sorry.
And she just cries and cries. Solaris comes over at one moment and puts his arm around her and a hand on you as well, trying to console her as she's just like wetting the ground with tears.
Poe walks over and says, well, as your new elven older brother, we've missed you. Welcome back.
What? Is that you? Mr. Halfling man?
Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to find a different title for me now, huh?
You got a lot fucking taller.
Yeah.
You
I
told-
did. And Poe like looks off in the distance for a brief moment.
You
And he's
told
back.
you taller than me now.
Well, Snow, here's the thing. I may be taller than you, but no one's got a big as spirit as you, huh?
And she goes back into like crying again.
Aw.
I don't want to hear that from fucking Halfling, man. And she just starts crying.
Aw.
You'll spend some time like that, consoling her until she gets back up, and the brightness in her expression kind of comes back, and she kind of looks up. She's like, "I'm so tired now. I feel like I cry out all the strength in my body." Solaris
that
looks
makes
over
two
at you,
of us.
Finn. I can take her up to sleep.
Yeah,
It's the party.
that'd be good, yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna be alright? Snow, do you want me to come with you until you fall asleep?
I'll be just fine. Solaris is a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
He kind of cradles her in his arms. He's like, "All right, time for you to sleep." And you watch as Solaris takes her, and Snow just like knocks out in the middle of the thing. And you guys are all there in the middle of Sanctuary, just watching as Solaris goes. Is there anything
What-
that you guys want to say to each other?
Oh, I'm just curious, what time is it?
Probably got a couple hours. The celebration seems to be getting set up. Large streamers and tents being set up. Different sorts of stalls, and you can see the cat from Titania's Tap, Niam, currently setting up a bunch of different drinks. There seems to be a couple competitions being set up as well, all in the midst of, and it looks like they'll be ready in about 3 hours' time.
Hey, guys. Since we're probably all gonna be completely shit-faced after this. At least I know I am. Do you want me to
Yeah.
show you? I got us a place to stay. If you want me just to, I can give you guys the keys and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no,
Nice, yeah.
it's right over here. I'll just walk out to the like a little foresty part of the village, maybe like a park or something.
Mhm.
And I will go up to a tree,
Mhm.
and I will take my fingers and pinch them together and draw a circle on the tree.
Mhm.
And you see as the bark starts to kind of like shimmer in and out, and Artie will step in.
And you watch as Artie steps into the tree.
Fen looks back at everybody else. And they're like, should we follow him then?
Yeah, I think so. That looks cool as shit.
Right, after you then.
Yeah, okay. And I saunter into the tree.
As you all enter, Kyle, what do they see?
This is a grand ballroom. Different like types of ornate wood and crown molding, and a nice long table set up with little rows of chairs and some like just aprons running around setting the table. And Artie's standing there looking smug. This is our new home, guys.
What? This is awesome!
Whoa!
Emran, look at this! Look at all this!
What?
It's like,
Oh, the-
that's
oh,
like
the-
silver!
Emran's like climbing
It's
on the
pure
tables and like
silver.
checking out the china and stuff. She's like, oh my god!
I'm trying to follow her, but realizing I'm heavier and bigger than before, so not as,
Yeah,
you know,
couple distance.
I break some things.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, can you get that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I knew they were gonna do this. That's why I said to put out the lesser quality stuff first.
You watch these shimmering like figures come out and like sweep up the broken china, take it, and then disappear around the corner of another room.
Adi,
Yeah.
what is this?
This is magic. This is. I picked this one up when I was studying back in the library. It's our home, kind of.
We live in a tree in Sanctuary.
No, it can be wherever I make it, but it's kind of like, you know how I made the rope trick?
Oh yeah.
This is basically it, except I furnished the inside. Just
Does
a
it-
really big rope trick.
Stick around. Like if I leave my backpack in here.
Yeah, it'll be here for the next day. So
What if I leave it in there for longer?
then, what would happen to it
It
actually?
would still be in there once the next time you open
Would
it
it
up.
still be the next time
It
I cast
would,
it? Yeah,
it would.
it'd be there. I would just need to cast it again.
Oh. That's
But-
interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave your backpack in the dining room though. You guys want me to show your rooms?
Rooms?
Yeah?
It's
And
just like our own personal bat cave.
Artie will lead them to the
The
back,
fuck are you talking about?
the clock
You know
door.
how
You
bats
got it.
live in caves?
All
Yeah, no,
as-
bats live in
As
caves. What
you
do you
show
fucking mean?
them the clock
Whatever.
door, Artie.
So there's a
Oh.
door in the back with like this red sigil on top and a big, just grandfather clock face in the front. Okay, who wants to go first?
Is that a fucking eyeball?
Hand scanner, but yeah, kind of.
Hand scanner.
Yeah.
So it is an eyeball. It's scanning? Like looking
Yeah,
around?
yeah. No, not necessarily.
Well, then what the fuck is scanning?
Here,
Scanner?
let me show you. All of you go first, and Artie adjusts the hands of the clock to be at 4 a.m. Joko, this is your time, 4 o'clock in the morning, bright and early, and ready to go out and work the farm.
The pipes wheeze and as they kind of let out a bit of steam. Joko, do
And
you open
Artie
the door?
Artie will put his hand over the eye. My hands match to all of them, but you guys can individually get into your room, and you can assign it if you want other people to be able to get in, or if you want no one else to get in, that's fine too.
So I put my hand here. I
Yep.
put my hand on the thing.
And the door opens. And as you swing open the door, Artie, what does Joko see?
So you are immediately, it gets like humid, kind of like misty, like an early morning muggy feeling. Just woken up, sunrise, and a little rice paddy farm. And we step onto the porch right out of the door, and this is your room, Joko. I know it looks like it goes on forever, but it's like an illusion after a certain point. It just goes for a little bit, but I tried to think of what home would be like for you. If you don't like it, I can change it. I can do it another way.
Make a perception check. Can I say that?
Yeah, of course you can, dude.
I would like to make a perception
Make
check.
a perception check.
Oh my god,
Hold
I
on.
rolled well.
Let's go!
Wait, hold
19! 19!
19. Joko kind of turns to you kind of slightly. He like turns his head a little bit as he's looking out over the field and stuff. And he kind of like throws his hand. He goes like kind of thanks, Adi. But as he kind of turns his head back, you can kind of see like his eyes are a bit wet.
Well, so yeah, you're welcome. You can put your stuff down, and like I said, if you have any new designs, just tell me. It's actually a real rice paddy though, so if you want to tend it, it'll grow.
Yeah, I don't know what I would change, so I mean, I'll probably just keep it the same.
That's great. Well, you're welcome to stay here, or you can visit the other rooms if you want.
I mean, that's okay. I'll stay here. Put my stuff down, you know.
Yeah. Make yourself feel at home. And
Yeah.
I'll walk back through the door into that main room again.
You got it. Joke, is there anything you do as you step onto the porch of this rice paddy farmhouse?
Joko looks out over the rice paddy and then turns around and looks into the house area of the paddy. And he drops his pack in a corner of the room and then sits in a chair near the fire. The whole time, his eyes are on another empty chair across the room.
As you walk back out, Artie, you come back out to the clock room, and who's next?
Yeah, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Ben. And already adjust the hands to be at midnight. I figured you were like the shadowy, like middle of the night kind of. I don't know. I was trying to think of times here. Okay. Anyway, okay, just put your hand here, and
Fen
open
does.
when you're ready.
Fen puts their hand up to the scanner.
All right. And what does Fen see, Kyle?
So their room is similar to the image, a lush oasis, like giving off major Feywild vibes, like a indoor greenhouse. Except unlike the picture, everything is covered in snow, and there's like little trees, like Christmas trees all around, and the ponds are all frozen over. So this one's for you, Fen, and I did a fun little thing where whatever season you're in, you can it'll match you. So like your winter, so it's like a wintry wonderland type deal. And I try to make it like the Feywild, and like I put a big tree over there in the center. That's like kind of like the sanctuary tree, and yeah. I hope
Ben looks
I can change
around.
it too, if you don't like it.
Ben looks around wordlessly and shakes their head. And then quickly, before you even realize it's happening, they turn and pick you up in a massive hug.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it.
I've never... Well, let's just say it's been a really long time since I felt like I've had somewhere that I can call home. But this feels like home to me, so thank you.
Welcome. I'll get the people to add an extra bed in here now that we have snow. Could just like move that plant over a little bit, kind of like brush aside the. But yeah.
That'd be great, thanks.
Yeah. Well, you can stay here, or you can come see the other rooms, whatever you want. Well,
Yeah, I think I'll stay here if that's all right with you.
yeah, sounds good. And Artie will walk back through the door.
All right, Artie, you walk through. And Fen, is there anything you'd like to do? Or does anything happen while you're in the room?
Fen sits and looks around, sit down on their bed, and they're looking at the snowy capped trees and the little frozen ponds, and they feel themselves exhausted and close their eyes and almost start to trance a bit. Some cold, icy breath kind of leaves their lips, and for a moment they're frozen in this stasis, with their ash gray skin glistening, and then slowly, at first, a change starts to happen. Starting at the roots of their hair, vibrant green begins to creep down the lengths of their long silver hair. Color returns to their cheeks. It's pink at first, with this hot blood kind of swirling life back into their body. And their skin continues to change color, turning from this sort of light pink shade into a deep golden green. And the ice around them in this room and the snow begins to melt into water, and then it begins to sprout grass and wildflowers, and the trees that were bare start to bloom and appear, and the scent of cherry blossoms and citrus hang in the air as Fen opens their now golden eyes. And they're in their spring form that they haven't taken since, gosh, they were 6 or 7 in elven years. So it's been a long time since they've felt this way. And they look around at this place that is now their home, and they just smile, and they're at peace.
Artie, as you come back to the clock room, it's just Emran and Poe left. They're both kind of... Emran's giddy with excitement for sure, as you come back to that clock door.
Guys want to see Emran's room first, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
Or
Yeah,
you wanna-
let's do it.
Is there like
see
a
it?
dragon in there, or like a bunch of guns?
Artie, Artie like adjusts the image in his mind and like throws a couple guns, like just handguns on the ground in the center of the room. I will set the time to 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Time for breakfast. Go ahead and put your hand on.
Emran does.
And
comes
opens
out.
the door.
Mm-hmm.
And Poe, since you're there, you immediately get the hint of smell of cinnamon and nutmeg as a huge kitchen opens up. And there's like stovetops going, and there's a couple of servants in there making French toast. It looks delicious.
Emran gives you a fat hug, Artie, and begins running around the kitchen, like super excited. He's like, "Hey, you! No, don't cut it like that!" And she begins like shouting orders in the kitchen, looking completely at home, completely lost in the sauce.
Yeah. So Emran, they use this as the kitchen, but they have their own kitchen too. So if you want them to get lost, just tell them.
Yeah, kick them out.
Oh, okay, guys, you heard her. Just go to the backup kitchen. Well,
You watch the little servant start sauntering out with like little like cutlery and stuff. But Emran looks ecstatic.
cool. Okay, Poe, you ready?
Yeah. Hey, Em, save me some of that French toast, yeah?
Okay, yeah. She's currently like halfway like bitten through one.
Okay, great.
Right.
Okay. Now back in the room, Artie will just
Mhm.
click the little switch on the bottom to go from AM to PM. And at 8 PM, I'll look at Poe and I say, I think it's about time for a show, don't you think?
I love
Go
you,
ahead and
Artie.
open
I think
it up.
is.
And you have a little traveling caravan for a troupe. And there's outside a large little circus tent with a show going. And you can see off in the distance a view of the ocean. As you just hear the liveliness of the tent from here. You were a little difficult, but I know you always reminisced about the good days with the troupe and the caravan, so I figured just give you access to it again.
Poe like takes it in and then turns to Artie, and for the first time ever picks him up in a hug.
That's true. But I know you're a new foresty boy, so if you just want me to give you some trees, just let me know.
Artie, this is
I can switch it up.
this is perfect. This is perfect. Is there a second bed there in case Emran ever wants to sleep over?
Yeah. No, there's a couple beds in there. Tried to make it feel like a home, you know?
Nice. Yeah, make sure there's one in there too if you ever want to sleep over, you know? We can all sleep
Awesome.
over.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be fun.
Okay. I mean, if I gotta rehearse, if I'm gonna put on a show for these guys, so I'll see you in a bit, yeah?
Yeah, yep, sounds good. And we will walk out, go back to the clock, set it to noon, and walk into his room.
All right. As you set it to noon and walk into your room, taking a deep breath. What does it look like, Kyle?
It's a little tinker's workshop with constant ticking of clocks everywhere and a wide open space to look at the stars and planets and study all the things that Artie wants to study in the world. And he'll kind of organize some stuff a little bit and then tap on the necklace, the pendant that he has, and tell everyone to we can meet back in the room whenever they're ready. The banquet hall. And then he'll walk back.
All right.
This is the coolest thing. Holy shit. Damn, Kyle. Wow.
That was fucking awesome, Kyle.
It's our home now.
It's our home.
So rad.
We have a headquarters. Yay.
As you all
Yeah,
gather, and Emran and the servants bring out some mad French toast for everybody at the table.
Yeah. Let's go.
As we can dive in, eating, reminiscing, talking, doing whatever you want, planning sleepovers or whatever. But with that, you guys get a short rest, a good old short rest.
Good old short rest.
All right.
Love a short rest.
Love a short rest. I think. What do you guys think? You guys want to keep going for a little bit? Or do you guys want to call it here?
I feel like this is such a sick ending point. Like
Yeah.
what?
Let's do it. Awesome.
I feel it too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and bring the game to a close today as you all sit, eat, reminisce, and talk about the crazy last week events. But with looking forward to a pretty cool celebration in a few hours as you all get to rest within Artie's magnificent mansion. And that's where we're going to end our game for today.
Chef's kiss.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, so good, so good. All right, y'all. Hey, thanks so much for joining us.
man.
Kyle, awesome job, dude. Like, amazing,
Thanks.
amazing flavor.
So
Yeah, thanks so
sick.
much for joining us for this game, y'all. It was super fun and
Yeah,
a great
thank
way to
you.
close out the crazy arcs from the past and kind of type some loose ends. So, yeah, we love you all so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I don't think we have any new followers, so I think that's it. Thanks for being here. We love you, and we'll see you next time. We're gonna be off from the Grim Troupe. We're actually probably gonna be going into the Invitation for a couple weeks, but we'll be back after taking a short break. And we'll see you next week for some fun little one-shots DM'd by other people. Awesome. We'll see you then. Take care. And this is Stop, Drop, and Roll. Signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye.